Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we finished the Faith Undone priority assignment, and this time we're going to try something a little different. So, with this season, there was... a new enemy got added. It was the Soul Grinder. I had to think for a second. I could picture it in my mind, but it just absolutely evaded me. And for this whole season, I've been sitting here running missions, going, man, where the hell are these? Where's my spawns? They can't be this rare. I looked, and I'm dumb because I should have looked at this before, and there's a chance nobody else watching this has realized this either. But, so you have to do a random mission. Let's pick... don't want to do a panic room, I hate those. Purge, Plague Vanguard, Atheon system. Alright, so we'll go... Archaeotech Shard. That. And then we have the seals here, which... do I really not have any? Huh. You know what? Give me a second. I'm going to figure this out. Because I should have had some of these Void Brethren seals with all the stuff I've been doing. Okay, so figured it all out. You have to go into your inventory, go to the tab where you have all of the Void Crusade shards, those shards you have to get. You have to go to the bottom, and then you have all your seals, and you have to select one, pick how many you want to use, and then they become available. So we're gonna toss... Why can I not? Okay, there we go. So we'll toss a level 3 because I like punishing myself. What's the difficulties? Oh, that's gonna be easy. Let's go.
Oh, the sweet stench of imminent death. The craving for bloodshed before the battle. I wish I could be there with my battle brothers. Take the enemy head on. Lay waste to their strongholds and show no mercy.
I didn't realize this was a siege. This is even easier than a purge. But also, as you could probably tell from the video title, we have new Leagues of Votann info. The trike I had mentioned a while back, they had a name for it, the Hernkin Pioneer, which is pretty cool. And then we have the squats in power, essentially like power armor, kind of like, I would consider their other stuff power armor, but this is like the Terminator armor equivalent. And they are the Einhyr. I want to make sure I pronounce that right. Yeah, Einhyr. E-I-N-H-Y-R. Which, if you know Norse mythology, that would be a reference to the Einhyr Jar. Or Einhyr Yar, depending on how that J is pronounced. Which were warriors in Valhalla. Which is pretty cool. Their armor... Oh, there's our Soul Grinder. Damn, that is big. Don't mind me, I just want to kind of look at you for a second. Damn, that's really cool looking. Oh god, I'm dying. Leave me alone. Soldiers, get out of my way, you idiots. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there isn't a lot more to say about the new Votann guys. They got grenade launchers and honestly just the weaponry we've already mentioned in previous lore drops. Why are you taking no damage? But it is cool. It does kind of answer a question I had regarding the Leagues of Votann and how they're gonna do this kind of stuff. Were they gonna have a proper, oh my god, now I'm trying to think, like a proper, like, Terminator equivalent because of their weird, like, positioning between being a, like, they're a blobby army, it feels like, but they're also a very beefy blob army, which is an interesting thing. God, this guy's got a ton of health. Oh yeah, I have that airstrike I can call in. See, this is why I really wish we could get a cool, like, like a large-scale Warhammer game, because I'd love to fight stuff like this on a battlefield with seeing just tons of guardsmen just getting ripped apart as you're trying to take this thing down. Because this is such a cool enemy. And I mean, there's multiple versions, because each Chaos God has their own equivalent, and I really just want a large-scale 40K war game. I need it. Yeah, he's dead. Ooh, look at that loot. Yeah, if I could get that 90% damage while in max warp heat, that'd be pretty cool. God, look at that. Look at the detail on him. Man, that's cool. Let's actually take a second look at the loot we got off him. Okay. That's a waste, unfortunately. Burning effect duration. Actually, it's got loot quantity. Hell yeah. Give me that. Ooh, but that could be anything. Yeah, we'll just go for it. If anything, I just have to mulch it and replace it. Armor is butt cheeks, that's fine. That's about it. Honestly, though, it's a free Archaeotech. Ooh, we got a chest over here. Yeah, and we have I think if we can check the inventory for that. Yeah, we have these void plunder keys we've been getting from contraband servo skulls. So those will be nice. Be able to nab some of these and... Ooh, there's another servo skull, though. Okay, we'll grab the chest after we kill the servo skull, because I don't want him to run. See, I feel like this kind of stuff shouldn't be just a seasonal exclusive. Because this is such a cool idea. Being like, hey, you found this, and you can kind of do this little thing. It's a neat little side mission you can run. And this kind of stuff, it reminds me of Warframe back in the day. Back when everybody could just bum one key off somebody. Because I remember doing that all the time. And you'd get people who'd just have the wildest things. They'd be like, oh yeah, here's a key from like a year and a half ago. I got like 8 of them. Anybody want to run these with me? And it was always the coolest thing, 'cause you get some pretty cool loot sometimes. Admittedly, back before they did the current key system, I had pretty much everything. I'd get it within a month of the thing being released because I played constantly. But it was always cool. And I love that kind of stuff where, yes, there's people who will just bum stuff and dip, and be completely useless. That is inevitable. But you'd also find people who are just like, yeah, I would do it too, where I'd run stuff with somebody, and sometimes they'd be like, yeah, that's all the things I had, or all the keys I had. And I'd just be like, yo, what are you looking for? And, you know, I'd be like, oh, well, I'm trying to get a Rhino Prime chassis or something. And I'd just sit there and be like, know what, I got you. I would pull out my keys, and we'd just start running them until they get the chassis. And people would sit there and be really thankful for it, because, you know, at those times, you know, those relics might have been vaulted. Or, you know, they were just out and needed more. And I was always willing to help. I loved it. And while I can't sit here and be like, oh, and then I became best friends with these people, I can't say that happened, but it was nice to have that bit of like, hey, don't worry, I'll help you out. You know, I'm also benefiting, and I'm more than willing to help a person. That was the coolest thing to me. God, now I really want like a 40k MMO. Oh, there's another servo skull. Cool. No, he escaped. I needed that. God, there's so many of these troves. I'm getting kind of worried that I'm gonna end up... Okay, yeah, so we're gonna start just chucking greens. I wish there was like an auto loot thing that was like, hey, do you want to pick up green items? Because I'd be like, no, I never want to. I would rather leave them on the ground than... Actually, is there? There is! Oh my god, yes! Okay, no. Blues, greens. There we go. Perfect. Now I don't have to worry about this crap ever again. See, it pays to look into stuff. Also, why is there Titan legs here? Like, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be trying to have a Titan standing on top of some of these buildings. All it would take is a Space Marine, actually a few Space Marines with launchers and a broken Void Shield. Or some Space Marines with Meltas or just something to hit one of those knee joints just right. And that Titan's going bye-bye as it tumbles down. But yeah, 40k, like, Destiny-style game. That would be just so fun.
This fortified zone is finally ours. Blessed be the God Emperor. Capture the...
There is always the question, though, of how do you do it? Because on one hand, you could do like a WoW system where you have different moralities, so you could have chaos, but then how different are they really gonna be from normal Space Marines, and developing two separate quest lines? It's a lot of stuff.
Ready to fight.
Oh, I can't run in and burn myself to death. What good is any of this then? If I can't immolate myself with reckless abandon... I didn't vote for this Emperor. I wanted to be able to burn myself alive. Hashtag not my hive city. Ooh, I saw another red. You know what, I got time, let's just peep these. Yeah, we got that one. Oh, crap. Yeah, because I need the max energy shield to have an energy shield. That's almost perfect. But it does have loot. See, my question now is all of this stuff benefiting me? I kind of wonder if I can actually rock this. Yes, you can. I can be the double stick boy. Whoa, 70... Oh yeah, level 17. But the effects are honestly kind of booty. I do like the max suppression, but it's not that big a deal. Let's go, Stickman! Now I actually kind of want to use this, because this is incredibly stupid. Oh yeah, that ability. Okay, we're switching off this. I'm not a fan of burning to death. Also, not having, like, any of my other abilities on hand. See, this is the problem that comes from having just the, like, one-handed staves. It's like, hey, you get 2 abilities, but they're not as good as normal, like, psyker abilities. So it's kind of like, well, why would I want them? Let's knock these over and then head back to the ship. What's the Holy Ordos got for me? Nothing good. Okay. Answered my question real quick. Get rid of all those. That sucks. That's also not that good. Not really that good either. No. No. Doesn't have an energy shield, so it's kind of moot. And its signums are definitely the toughest thing for me to actually justify replacing at this moment. Move that over. Yeah, all of these can go. Yeah, these all can go. They're not worthwhile. Alright, let's run another. So this one's a low, level 1 signum, or seal.
So you must take out the foot soldiers and guns first, then finish the bunker. All this, taking it in stride single-handedly, though the seemingly pointless intrigues of the Holy Ordo.
Yeah, I've said it before though, a 40k MMO, you could lift a lot of this game and do really well. Have big war zones, even if it's... You could have PvE war zones and PvP war zones. I think the big thing would be you can't design a game to just be a WoW clone. because a WoW clone will just... It's not going to be interesting. That's what they did with the Old Republic, and the game sucked. I was so disappointed. I was like, why would I want to play just sci-fi World of Warcraft? I also saw people online saying like the tier 3 keys are really rare, which they are. I have over 150 normals and 5 of the tier 3s, so they're hard to come by, but people are saying like you just have to run a bunch of other missions and you'll probably find replacements or find better keys. So I mean, I got plenty to run. Should I have... Because blue is the most common. Will allow greens. Only game I can think of where green is the more rare rarity than blue. Really messing up the generally accepted method of color schemes.
Kill confirmed. Target offline.
I do like that the missions for this change. So like picking a purge and it's just like, nah, this is gonna be bunker busting. Like that's a nice little tweak, which I might actually use to get rid of some of those panic room missions if I can. Because I mean, I can do panic room, they're just not fun. I know the data theft is getting reworked. Can't wait for that. They're going to be redone so that all you have to do is stand by the terminal. Like you hit your interact button and then just stand by it instead of having to stand there just like holding the button, staring at the screen, watching the blips on your radar as they get closer and closer, and you're like, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Ooh, I saw an implant. Let's check it out. I'm too eager, I don't want to wait. HP gain, oh, but it's only 7 per hit. That's not that great. Physical vulnerability on bleed skill hit. I mean, that's not bad. But I mean, this is Spoil Warden's Bane. That's a unique. We'll hold off for now. I can always replace it later. Though realistically, I'm probably just gonna mulch it. Oh, I like how these guys are pirates. They're not just Imperial Guard. Like pirate brutes and stuff. That's a... It's a minor thing, but that's a neat little... I mean, it's just a name change, but... I can appreciate it. Sometimes you have to appreciate, like, the little things, because they could have easily just been like, yeah, nah, it's just the same old, same old. You know, we're not gonna rename anybody. But they did. And it's the little things that can help make an event more interesting. Hey, Void Brethren 2 insignia. Yeah, just the more I do this, the more I'm like, yeah, they need to make this just a permanent thing. Or if they, I mean, we know because of we're 2 seasons behind, but they get rid of this, it'd be cool to kind of replace this mechanic with something. This way, it's like, oh, let's say it's the Death Shroud Terminators. They get added. I mean, they do, but let's just say in this hypothetical situation, they get added, and you have to find special, like, corrupted items that you have to use to then hunt down these Terminator commanders. And then it creates, you know, a separate mission that they can spawn, and there's like blighted loot caches and all this stuff. And it makes it so you have a little extra thing instead of just like, yeah, run missions and find guys. You know, I was working on a 40K game idea, and I just remembered I just kind of up and stopped on that. I should really look back at that. I'll probably do that later. I've been meaning to... Now that I think I need to look back at that, because I think I had some good ideas going. I had something going, it's been so long. Ooh, relic off them. God, just thinking, like, there's so many ways you could do this. Like, oh, you killed Alpha Legion guys. They have their own keys with special missions, and you could have the pirates still around. There's so many things you could do. Whether you make it the spawns tied to enemy spawns or tile sets is completely up to a developer, but there's so much you could do. Granted, I know people would be like, oh, well, it's just renamed enemies in a reskin, and it's like, yeah, I don't care. It's cool, and if there's honestly improved loot drops, who's going to complain? Hey, we give you an opportunity to get better gear. You know, if someone's gonna sit there and complain, oh, they gave us opportunities for better loot, they're the kind of person who's going to complain about anything. You know, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, even though I don't understand that. I don't understand that saying at all, because all I could think of was, like, the Trojan horse, and I'm like, no, you should have looked that gift horse in the mouth, because it carried a bunch of dudes. So do look gift horses in the mouth in case they're full of guys who want to take over your city. And also, You probably should look any gift horse in the mouth, because people could just be pawning off of sick horse on you. Now that I think about it, that's a very naive mentality to have. Of just like, oh yeah, just shut up and accept what's given to you. Like, nah, question it. Question people's motives. You don't have to be paranoid, but you can ask yourself, why are they doing this?
Kill confirmed. Target offline.
And that's how I've always looked at things, is look at life with a healthy dose of skepticism. Man, I'm lucky I didn't use mines. I could have screwed this mission up like I usually do.
You are still alive and more or less in one piece. That's a success, I guess. Initiating exfiltration rituals.
I forgot how goofy the destruction is. It just turns it invisible and it's just like, pew, gone. Alright, let's quick peep all the loot. Swords are not really that important. Oh wow, that was actually a pretty... Well, it is a level 1, so it is a pretty low loot run. But still, I mean, we got a Archaeotac relic, so I can't complain. And that will be all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.